I respect everyone until they disrespect me. I've been disrespected by so many people, so many times. Well, I've had to sit here and take it. I'm gonna tell you right now, Charleston White, you think you're funny? We'll see who's laughing. Drew Anthony, you're a pussy and a coward, and you raised one. Kayla, you drunk bitch. What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you? Hey, Kevin Hayes, you fucking liar. Day after it happened, how many lies did you sit and type up on your keyboard, you big keyboard warrior? You a big tough man. You still live in Baton Rouge? Remember you said you'd come to Frisco, buddy? You're supposed to find me. I told you we could sit down and talk. That's all you do. Talk, Mr. Squeaky Clean. You're the only one in your family without a damn record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture. You people hang your hat on the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Let me make one up. Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy I was trying to portray. How about Watermelon Felon? How's that one strike you? I hope he enjoyed his first night in that cell last night. Because he's going to have many nights to think about what the fuck he did. I forgave him so I don't carry the hate and the anger. So I don't get ate up.
I'm a father myself, so I sympathize with any father, bro. At the end of the day, no parent should have to bury their child. That's just being realistic. I hate what happened to his child, and my heart goes out to his family or whatever. But uh, just because you mad, that don't mean get on the internet and start throwing out racial remarks or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're gonna get looked at different. You know what I'm saying? Because if you like this and you raised your child, now people gonna start thinking like maybe you raised him like that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I do understand his frustration and anger. You know what I'm saying? He could just be speaking out of that. You know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, the the Anthony family or whatever, I'm pretty sure they, going through somewhat the same thing. Don't get me wrong, they can still go see theirs and touch theirs and talk to theirs or whatever, but you gone for, you got 35 years, man, at the end of the day. And I we got a lot of people that feel like, it's a race thing or not a race thing, but maybe it is ain't, you know what I'm saying? We all know this country is unfair when it comes to black people and everything, especially when it comes to the law, but you got to look at it like this. Bro was wrong. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he was guilty from what they, for what he did. He did murder that boy. So he was guilty and he admitted to that. You know what I'm saying? Now, we shouldn't be going back and acting like he's not guilty because he is guilty. Now, do I feel like they could have gave him a lesser sentence? Yes. They ain't had to give him 35 years off the simple fact that he's a minor, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no fully developed brain yet. So at the end of the day, you probably going here, probably not with no intentions of doing nothing like this. At the end of the day, you just want to be tough or want to feel like you protecting yourself, this and that, and things got out of hand. Y'all got into an argument, and you murdered him. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, but no, you can't really call nothing self-defense. I mean, because I've heard he didn't have no knife. I heard it was just some other type of little tool, whatever. I don't really know. But either way it go, because you got a weapon on school ground. You know what I'm saying? So you can't necessarily say that self-defense. Now, whether this... Because this the thing about self-defense. Self-defense mean that, let's say if Cuz was coming at him with a knife, and he used his knife first. That's self-defense. See what I'm saying? But he could have got out of this like on some, man, you pushed me, I hit you, stole on you, we got the boxing or whatever, and went on about my business. Now, if the other part is true, because I heard a couple people on there say like that, he got jumped on, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that or whatever. Now, if he was getting jumped on and in fear for his life, now that's a different story. Now, that could be considered self-defense. But you coming to school with a knife, you already saying something wrong, right? Because basically now you saying like, because this ain't the street, so you can't say I'm protecting myself at school. Like, who you protecting yourself from now? And if you say, okay, this boy, okay, what did this boy do to you? This boy is a bully. They've been bullying me. Okay, if them boys been bullying you, then you need to go call the teachers, let the teachers know, woo woo, and then let them handle it the way it's supposed to get handled, right? You don't say like, okay, next time they play with me, I'm finna come to school and yeah, it's finna go down. You know what I'm saying? Because now you put yourself in a situation, yeah, to go to jail for a very long time. Because at the end of the day, it's premeditated. You know what I'm saying? I'm basically hoping somebody do something to me at this point. You know what I'm saying? Versus we in the heat of the moment and then it just ooh, and something happened. But like from what they saying that basically like he told them, hey, if you touch me, it's going down. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to really say self-defense, bro. You know what I'm saying? I do get it. You got to defend yourself. Like he push you, you push him back. But this equal force. See what I'm saying? Ain't like he had a gun ready to shoot you or something like that, and you just up and got him first. Or he had a knife or something. That's called self-defense right there. Like your life is in danger, and you saved your life. You had to take a life to save yours, pretty much, in self-defense. But just coming to school and if anybody play with me, I'm gonna stab him and kill him. That ain't self-defense, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like I premeditate. Yeah, it's like I planned this. Like I hope don't nobody play with me because I'm gonna kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't think he had those intentions either because he seemed like a pretty good kid. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at something said he had a 3.7 or 3.8 GPA or whatever, so he was intelligent. You know what I'm saying? From what I hear, he ain't had no records and nothing like that. So I don't think he came up there on that garbage. It's just that sometimes things happen, bro. And just because whatever we black or whatever, that don't mean that this was a racial issue. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if let's say if all the jurors was black, because you hear that a lot. Oh man, the jurors was white, and let's say if it was all black jurors, then what was they supposed to do? Say self-defense, or was they supposed to tell the truth? Because he told these people what happened. From my understanding, you know what I'm saying? He told the police, yeah, I did it. So I'm saying, so if I admitted that I done this, why would I expect the jurors to say, no, he didn't? That was self-defense. You see what I'm saying? Now, like I said, only thing I really don't agree with is the sentencing. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you lost your whole life over something you done as a kid. You feel what I'm saying? And should no child lose their whole entire life over something they do as a child? Because at the end of the day, you're still a child. Your brain ain't that much developed yet for you to be thinking like on a level. Oh no, because you got a lot of people on here. Oh man, you could have walked away. Oh, you could have did this. I get that. Believe me, I get. Because I'm gonna say the same thing, bro. Hey, if you could get out that jam, get out that jam. I'm never gonna tell you to go crash out and do nothing stupid where you could lose your life over. So yeah, but I'm a mature person. I'm gonna tell you, yeah, if you could stop, avoid it, avoid the problems, man. Get on about your business because 9 times out of 10, it ain't worth it no way. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, think about it. You a kid, you 17 or whatever, and you didn't gave these folks 35 years of your life, bro, just to be considered what? Somebody not to play with, to be considered a real nigga. It ain't really that deep to be considered that. You know what I'm saying? Especially not talking about no high school kids. But what that's about, that's an ego thing. We all been in high school before, like, well, I want to seem the baddest or the toughest. I ain't scared of nobody. We all get that. I think that's what type of situation this was, and it ended up going bad. So for this man to get on here and speak like down on black people, I feel like he wrong. But I do give him a sort of a pass because he lost his child, and I would probably say a few things that I don't mean if I lost mine too. And I'm pretty sure that's what he done. You know what I'm saying? Now, what's going on with the family and shit? This my thing. This my concern with that family because it's like you heard they got what over 600 bands and whatever GoFundMe or whatever. What I mean, because I'm hearing different stories. This money went to the lawyer. This money went to over here. They froze the money. If they got all that money, bro, and they didn't make sure the whole legal process was straight, bro, then that's a failure on the family, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because usually they offer you some type of plea before you know what I'm saying? When you first come into court, they offer you, like, what you want to do, plead guilty, not guilty. And then they might offer you a deal, you know what I'm saying, if you go and plead guilty. I don't know if that's how this went. I would think that's how all cases go. But if they offered you a plea deal and you could have got a lesser sentence, that probably should have been the best deal. I don't know if his lawyer advised him of that or not, but usually if you get a lesser sentence, you know, because think about it, you got 35 years. Either way it go, you was going to be found guilty. You know what I'm saying? Either way it go, because you done it. It's no doubt in nobody else, man. You done it. You can claim self-defense all you want, but you still murdered that boy. You see what I'm saying? On school campus, bro. Like, you got to put yourself in that position. Like, if I was a parent, then they got another child. So now I'm worried about even sending my other child to school every day. I'm worried about him. I'm worried for his protection now. You see what I'm saying? Because no parent wants to bury their child. So it turned into that. You know what I'm saying? But that would be my advice to Shorty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you could have handled it better. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, bro, like, losing your life like that, it ain't no good, man. You know what I'm saying? You gone for 17 years, bro. When you come back, that's if they let you out and you know, on parole or whatever. Yeah, that's 17 and a half. Well, I think that's when he come up for parole. So, and I already heard this daddy say, like, even when he come up for parole, he said, if I'm still living, he gonna be there, telling them not to let him out. But even if he did, he gonna record a video. You know what I'm saying? But so I feel like if the parents failed on that, then that's their fault. You know what I'm saying? And then now you got these rappers or whatever, Charleston White and all them. They had raised all this other money, and then Charleston White basically saying now that some going home pretty much because uh, he backing out. You know what I'm saying? And basically calling the daddy a coward and weak, and then he's saying the daddy only want the money for bills. Now, if that's true, then nah, bro, should nobody be giving up their hard-earned money for y'all to live a better life, bro? That ain't what that's about. I hope that ain't what, but I can only go on what's being said. I don't know them people personally, but this is the thing. Like, if that is what's going on, you wrong, bro. You don't take somebody hard-earned money and then you go live you a better life and not even think about what they gave you the money for. They gave you the money for your child, bro. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Y'all should have enough money to pill at whatever y'all need to do. But even if not, if you got somebody that's still gonna help you, you gotta rock with that. You know what I'm saying? You can't be still worried about your bills. No, we ain't worried about none of that. We worried about that. You know what I'm saying? And Charleston White said that on this video. Watch this.
I'm off the Carmelo Anthony case. I ain't put no goddamn money toward that boy. His daddy too goddamn weak for me. I don't like a weak nigga. His dad ain't willing to die, kill, or go to jail for nothing. That nigga just wants some bills paid. Carmelo, my heart go out to you if you ever see this video one day. Nigga, I'd rather stand with the Jeff Metcalf nigga than I would with Carmelo's daddy. Nigga is weak, dockside, and conservative. I ain't standing with no weak ass black man, nigga. I'm off the case. I'm sending the money back. Go get them weak ass nigga Benjamin Crump. I'm out.
You know what I'm saying? Now think about it. He done backed out the whole deal. So something going on inside the family or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? To me, that doesn't look bad for them. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if that was my baby boy, every dime we make could go into that, bro. If this gonna get him out that situation or get his sentence cut down, then that's where that money need to be going, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I love my kids to death. I don't, the lifestyle is whatever. I mean, everybody want it, but it's not that serious to sacrifice none to put. You know what I'm saying? Because my child facing a real dangerous situation or facing life in prison or whatever he facing. All this money need to go to that if we could get him out of there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Instead of for my own benefit. That's just me as a parent. Now I don't know how they operating, but seem like they operating the wrong way if everything they saying is true, bro. But y'all let us know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, bro.